Hello everyone, my name is Anton, and in this video I want to talk about Morgen and one of the recent changes they made. In a previous video I made feedback about Morgen and its integrations and how it works, and one of those things that were pretty critical to me that they did not have was the syncing of the due date. So it would pull in the task, and the only two-way sync that Morgen had previously when I did that video was the syncing of the status. Now they've changed it to where now they sync the due date, and I kind of wanted to just show that and go. I'll express any feedback that I have, but I think that this is actually a good step forward for Morgen by adding this particular capability to the product. So within the product now, I have Todoist here, and I have the Todoist integration set up over here. So you can still see the different tasks that are set up and that are shown within the different areas for the like if it's due today, due tomorrow, overdue, or just show all of the actual list. All this stuff shows up no differently. But what happens is that if I come in here and let's just create a new one, new Todoist task, and let's give it a due date of today, and let's give it a time of 3 o'clock here, and boom, 3 p.m. We'll set that up is here and commit it. So when this syncs, before what would happen is it would go into this particular pool of to-dos, and all of the tasks would just be in a list over here. But now that I'm putting a date and a time on it, what we should see is this actually sync to the calendar based on what it's been scheduled as. So if we come over here and let me actually force the sync, and let's see if it pops in and shows up on the calendar. So it does pop in and it shows as today, and then we see that eventually here it does show up on the calendar. Now this was one of the feedbacks that I was presenting in the previous video where it did not do this. What it did would just come into the feed area over here into one of these inboxes, and it would just sit there, and you would have to manually schedule these things even though they had a due date on it. So now with this particular feature, it's good because that's one step and some added efficiency that you can do. If you don't want to change these times, they're already set for you. Now if you do want to change the time on it, let's go ahead, and I'm moving this new Todoist to 11 a.m. It changed on the task here, and if we look over here in Todoist, it also changed here. So the two-way sync now is not just on the status, it's also on the task and the due date for that task. Now another thing here is that while it does put it on the calendar, it does not block your calendar automatically. And I think this is actually a good thing, because you may not want to have the blocking capability enabled by default. In Akiflow, they actually give you the option, but that option is for everything. So either they're all blocking or they're all not blocking. And in this case, they have it to where they're all not blocking, but you can individually block tasks as you need to on the calendar fairly easy, just by clicking on it and then do block on calendar. So I think this is a pretty nice change and a nice update to the actual product by adding the due date two-way sync. Now I'm going to assume that all the other integrations will work similar, where it syncs up the due date for the other integrations. But I'm just going to test and just wanted to show this on Todoist. And I am happy that they made this change. Now, I don't think they saw my video and said, oh, Anton created a video out there, and then they had to go out there and make this change. There was probably a lot of other feedback coming back to the Morgen team about this same feedback that I was providing, and they quickly put something in place to remedy this particular challenge. So kudos to the Morgen team. Just wanted to get this video out there and and update people on this particular feature within Morgen. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, have a nice day.